This is Goku DBZ, and welcome back for a special top 10 list. And this will be ranks of, for my own personal opinion, 10 of the best Gothic music artists. Now this means rock, metal obviously. Now, don't have to be exclusively goth, but if the band itself is goth themed, their clothes style looks gothic, and they appeal to a goth crowd as well. So with that said, coming in at number 10 is the well-known mainstream band, easily one of the most successful, definitely in the early 2000s, with, of course, their first studio album, Fallen. But would end up so far doing 3 albums, and of course 2 solo albums outside the band with Amy Lee. So obviously number 10 is Evanescence. Definitely a popular one with the goth theme and look and everything, and the perfect voice to also appeal to the goth crowd. Coming in at number 9 is a goth band from Europe, and they're a vampire themed, though they don't show fake fangs and stuff, but their whole look and everything. And they even did a song called The Lost Boys in dedication to the frontman, one of his personal favorite movies of all time, The Lost Boys. Great vampire film. The band is called The 69 Eyes. Coming in at number 8 is a band which combines elements of black metal, opera, so elements also of obviously symphonic metal. Definitely a beautiful, enchanting, or hauntedly beautiful voice of the lead female vocalist and the male vocalist. When he does stuff, a lot of times it's usually more black metal style vocals. Some may argue death metal, but death metal is more of an American thing than a European thing, is more black metal. And also black metal's been known to merge with opera and classical music and things. Death metal not so much on the inventive side. But coming in number 8 is the band Epica. Coming in number 7 is a symphonic band, symphonic metal. They sound a little more towards rock, but they have beautiful, haunting music, incredible songs such as Stand My Ground, which does have a lot of similar sound to the band Evanescence, except for this band existed before Evanescence. Evanescence would come out in 2003 with their first studio album. This band came out in 2000. Plus, may have had some late 90s works that just didn't make into studio work. So the band has been around at least 17 years, and that is coming at number 7, the band Within Temptation. Coming in at number 6 is the black metal band that really was the first black metal band to actually make it into the mainstream. Mainstream Europe more so than mainstream America has never been as accepting of harder music in the mainstream, except for maybe some basic metal bands and stuff. But this band has always kept pretty much the hard sound, though they've done some softer songs over the years to probably appeal and get more new listeners into them. And number 6 is Cradle of Filth. Coming in number 5, it's a band that's not goth, but they definitely have goth themes, and quite a few of their music videos, as well as some of their songs and their live performances on stage with the makeup and everything they use, and pyrotechnics. Coming in number 5 is Rammstein. Coming in at number 4 is the band from Europe, which originally had to go by him and her here in America because of copyrights until more recent years, which became just known as h.i.m, and of course which stands for His Infernal Majesty. h.i.m, of course, is probably maybe the most successful actual goth band out there. Though they have a little bit more of a poppy sound to some of their music, especially their later works. Their first album, then of course Razor Blade Romance, more actual goth, harder sounds, darker sounds, and the album that would really put them into the mainstream would be their 2005 album, of course, Dark Light, with songs like Killing Loneliness, Rip Out Wings of a Butterfly, which is probably their most overplayed song ever. My personal favorite was their 2007 album, Venus Doom, with songs like Venus Doom, also songs like Dead Lover's Lane or Cyanide Sun, or of course Passion's Killing Floor, Sleepwalking Past Hope. Great songs, great album. But coming in at number 4 is h.i.m. Coming in at number 3 is from the King of Shock Rock, which really made it big in the late 90s, early millennia with albums such as Smells Like Children, or of course albums like Antichrist Superstar, and of course later albums in the mid-2000s, which had a cool sound, more experimenting with. Of course, albums such as Eat Me, Drink Me, and of course the most recent album that came out a couple years back, Pale Emperor. So obviously coming in number 3 is Marilyn Manson. Coming in number 2 is another symphonic type metal band. Great, beautiful music, though their original female vocalist was way better than their second vocalist was. And of course that is Nightwish, comes in at number 2. Before I announce number 1, runners up, honorable mentions. Immigrate, led by, of course, the lead guitarist from Rammstein, Richard. Also runner-up, or honorable mention, Unsung. You might want to check them out. Then we have We Are the Fallen, which only had one album, unfortunately, an incredibly underrated album. Next up, Orgy. Apocalyptica. And one dishonorable mention, Black Veil Brides. While we're at it, of other dishonorable mention, how about we go with one that's tried to do a bit of a goth look and feel, but not a fan of? My Chemical Romance. Though I consider more like emo, but whatever. Coming in number 1, he is the guardian of metal. He, with his friends, Tony Iommi and 2 others, together would forge, of course, the legendary band known as the Beatles of Metal. That is, of course, he helped found the band Black Sabbath. Later on would have a much more successful solo career. Between his Black Sabbath work from 1970 and 1978 would be incredible, with songs like Black Sabbath, The Mob Rules, War Pigs, and many other great songs. My personal favorite, Paranoid. And then would have a solo career and produce songs like Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, Bark at the Moon, and many other greats. Of course, in the new millennium, he would have a softer song like Dreamer. He would have songs like Gets Me Through, or how about of earlier songs also Miracle Man or Just Want You, and probably some of the more later work, which was okay. How about an incredible piece? Actually, I liked a very strong song like Nightmares was a good song, or Black Rain was another good song. But anyways, and of course coming in number 1 is the Lord of Darkness, Ozzy Bloody Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne comes in number 1. Was there any doubt anybody other than Ozzy would be number 1? There shouldn't be any doubt, because basically Black Sabbath is what started the entire goth movement. Though there was gothic elements in pop culture years prior to the creation or formation of Black Sabbath and Ozzy, but they have really forged and built the foundation of metal music. And Ozzy to this day remains super influential in music. he's still relevant to this day. And that's something a lot of artists can't say. Him and Tony Iommi. Anyways, I'll get ready to cut this top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me if you're into any sort of goth music, who's your favorite? And for that matter, what's your favorite type? Goth rock, goth metal, black metal, symphonic metal. I'm curious, what is your favorite type? Overall, if I had to choose in general a particular style, probably either symphonic slash is probably my favorite, would be the symphonic. Bands like elements from Epica, Nightwish, of course, Within Temptation, Evanescence. Love those styles, but I'll get ready to cut this up. See you all next time. I hope you enjoyed the gothic theme music in the background. And I'll see you back for a special top 5 list that I'm getting ready to do. And that is top 5 Generation 2 Mortal Kombat characters. So stay tuned for that. Those will be characters from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance to Mortal Kombat Armageddon. See you then.